matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Blue day.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. They find some open field here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Breida. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 41.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, Yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing here, Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Now Cohen, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Davis now. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And they'll get this down to the 10. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeForest Buckner forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Watch out, alert. Mike 5-4.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Davis. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Go!
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And some room to work. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the Bears' 39-yard line.
Here we go. 180. One, Omaha. 65.
On second down, it's Coleman. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop.
Here we go.
That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch the screen.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Second and 10 at the
18.
Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Come on, let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. And this one is right down the middle. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Trubisky. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They begin with a run by Davis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Trubisky will throw. This is Gabriel out on the left side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
54. Mike 54. On Alert, alert. Alert, alert. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, zoom.
Now Trubisky. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Let's go. The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 64 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Garoppolo looks to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Credit the sack to Corey Legion. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now it's Trubisky. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Garoppolo now. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's just me and you. 50, Mark. I want to work. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Tight dog.
After the interception, here's Trubisky to Gabriel, middle of the field. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel. 98 yards, and the Bears cut into that lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Garoppolo gives to Breida. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air. I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I got this. Be ready.
Here's Breida. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8-up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Davis. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flush to his right. Finding Gabriel complete. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 40, 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Oh, now Breida loses it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Hey, watch the slant.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Bears on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Josh Bynes in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Odell with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Odell with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on